And that's because, like the Alpha we saw earlier, this car was designed to be as fat as Iggy Pop. Inside, there's no glove box and no carpets. The glass is just 3.5 millimeters thick, 1.5 millimeters thinner than the glass in normal cars, except in the back windows, where there's no glass at all. No lacquer is added to the carbon fibre trim to save 1.5 kilograms. The whole chassis weighs less than James May. The trimmings are titanium and the body is made from just 5 panels, which means less glue and fewer bolts are needed to hold it all together. All of this means that despite the bank of batteries and the fact it has 2 engines, this car weighs less than a Vauxhall Astra. That, of course, makes it economical and fast. Really fast. Mind-blowingly fast. The speed, in fact, is the main reason I brought this car to Belgium, because Belgium is home to this place. Spa, the longest, wildest racetrack on the F1 calendar.
How they made somebody go this far? Okay, let me just slow it down while I explain what's going on here. The electric motor and the big V8 generator are working together so that I have at my disposal 903 brake horsepower. Obviously, I've driven a Bugatti Veyron that has more than that. But a Bugatti Veyron, it has 4-wheel drive and it weighs more than most mountains.
This is rear-wheel drive, and the only significant weight comes from the air passing over the body.
Right, oh ruse. Flat in a Formula One car, not flat in this. Oh, they should have called this the Widowmaker.
The throttle is a hyperspace button. Step on it, and you're gone. And yet somehow, even in this appalling weather, it got round all of the corners without crashing once. So how? Well, that's partly because it's made of stuff from the future. And partly because it's clever. It adapts. It moves around to suit its environment. As the speed climbs, the rear wing rises to generate more downforce. But as you go past 156 miles an hour, it starts to go back down a little bit. Otherwise, the weight of the air passing over it would be so enormous, it would break the suspension. Then you have the exhaust, which works with the rear diffuser to generate an area of low pressure into which the back of the car is sucked. The wheels are made from military-grade aluminium, the brake discs from a material that's only ever been used in the Ariane space program, and they're coated with something called silicon carbide. Apparently it's the hardest substance known to man, apart from dried Weetabix, obviously. And then the whole thing sits on 4 tyres that were designed and made by Pirelli. All of this means you really have the confidence to open it up. This thing goes from 0 to 160
faster than a Golf goes from 0 to 60. 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190. Bloody hell, fire!
And as you hurtle round in a puddle of your own feces, gurning like an infant, the car is working on ways of going even faster.
Let me give you an example. The electric motor is used to fill in the little gaps when the petrol engine isn't working at its best, like, for example, during gear changes or while the massive turbos are spooling up. And what I find hysterical about that is that McLaren has taken this hybrid technology, which is designed to reduce the impact of the internal combustion engine, and is using it to increase the impact. That's like weaponizing a wind farm, or buying the Rainbow Warrior and turning it into an oil tanker.
For years, cars have all been basically the same, but this really isn't. It's a game changer, a genuinely new chapter in the history of motoring. In a town, it's as eco-friendly as a health food shop. On a motorway, it's comfortable and produces no more carbon dioxide than a family saloon. And on a track, it can rip a hole through time. And it's all been achieved using something that's been around for centuries. Brilliant British engineering.
You could argue that it doesn't have the passion or the flair of a Ferrari, and I'd probably agree with you. But look at it this way. It was passion and flair that built the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And it was British engineering that built the plumb dead straight Westminster Abbey.